So leaders of various political parties out this voter registration weekend. DA leader John Steenhuisen is visiting voting stations and is encouraging citizens to go out in their numbers to register and double-check their details on the voters' roll. SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga is also out for us. She's live in Soweto. Canny, very good morning to you. Thanks indeed. Great to see you once again. So John Steenhuisen, I understand, is standing by with you. We're going to see a lot of this weekend. Different political parties, leaders of these political parties out and taking advantage of the opportunity to ask people to go out and register to vote.
Well, good morning to you, Griselda, and to the viewers at home. What I can tell you from this voting station here in Protea South is that voter apathy may be a reality. We understand that as we speak now, Griselda, they have 19 persons that have come through to this voting station to register to vote in the 2024 elections. Only 3 of those fell into the youth bracket. However, we do understand that with the DA, their demographic may be a little bit different, and they may be using that online voter poll system in order to get their voters registered. But we do have John Steenhuisen with us at this voting station to share his thoughts ahead of the looming 2024 elections. So as I've stated earlier, I'm sure you've been told the numbers of this voting station. This is an ANC stronghold. You are trying to attract these voters to these registrations to register for 2024. However, only 19 so far have showed up. I mean, what can the DA tell us about these very low numbers in an area which is considered to have a high number of service delivery protests?
Well, look, I think it's a bit early in the weekend to start looking at it conclusively. I think I'd like to look at the Sunday figures. We've had 20 people at our table behind us who've come to check their registration status and that. So we've been giving some advice here. I think Sunday is always the busier day out of the two. A lot of people work on a Saturday and go and do shopping, etc. The big rush is usually after church on a Sunday. So I think we'd like to see the figures at the end of the weekend. But again, as you said, there's the online portal that we know is working, and a lot of people are registering online, particularly younger people who are tech savvy and prefer to be able to do it online than go somewhere physically. And obviously we'd love to look at those figures as well at the end of the weekend.
And how well has that online voter poll system been working for the DA? We understand that you have public representatives that actually go with their iPads into various homes to get people registered. What are the kind of numbers that you are pulling there, especially with the youth?
It's been a bit of a game changer, the online system. There have been a few hiccups with it this morning, but certainly our report back from our head office and nerve centres that they have been resolved, so people can still go and register online. It's been a game changer because you're able to go to people where they are, and it takes literally 5 minutes to register people. As I say, we'll be releasing some numbers at the end of this weekend. That will be accumulation of the last 2 weekends, and I think there's going to be some exciting news for opposition voters. I think there's a lot of younger people are coming through that portal, and we'll be sharing those figures after the weekend, and I'm certainly very happy with the way they're heading.
Then again, as the leader of the opposition, you've had to, over the recent weeks or days rather, address some of your public utterances that may have been misconstrued or seem to be not in a good light with respect to the voters you're trying to attach to the party. A recent report as well suggesting that you've instructed leaders that want to lead based off of a position that they should. What is your response to that report?
Well, let me first of all say that is fake news. It's a fake headline that's been put up there by EWN. We'll be lodging an ombudsperson complaint there. I think it's already gone in. If you read the content of the article, I never said that at all, and that it's an absolute fabrication.
What did you say, Mr. Steenhuisen?
I said that people are welcome to their own opinions, that we discuss within the party, in our caucuses, in our federal councils, party positions, and we come to party position having listened to the views of everybody. And once that party position is taken, the party, that is the position of the party. And I said quite clearly in that interview, that's how it works in any political party. And I would venture to say in newsrooms as well, once a decision is made, that is a decision that is then taken about the direction. So I don't think there's anything abnormal about it. And I'm really calling on the media to be responsible in their reporting. I'm very disappointed that EWN chose to clickbait a headline, and that's why the Ombudsman is there, and we'll certainly be taking it up with them.
Another issue is this looming announcement of an election date. For example, if the election date were to be announced to take place in May, would this be a date that the DA agrees with?
Yes, of course, we'd like the election as soon as possible. We believe that we can't wait a moment longer to liberate the country from the corruption, the maladministration, the weak governance, the crime and criminality that South Africans are subjected to. The sooner the better. We're calling on the President, call that date. We're ready. We want to bring it on for this election. And I think the people of the country are also tired of waiting and having to deal with poor service delivery. Places here like Soweto, people are very upset about the poor levels of service here, the neglect that they feel here, and obviously they want an opportunity to express themselves at the polls. So we're ready to go tomorrow if the election's called, and our posters are ready, our people are ready, our structures are ready, and we say to the President, call the date. We'll meet you at the ballot.
And is there a possibility that the DA could possibly challenge an election court date should it be announced?
No, not at all. We say we want the thing. We bring it on. The sooner the better for us. We believe that people are fed up with the way the system is going. People are tired of load shedding. They're tired of sitting without water in their homes. They're tired of watching their children remain in the unemployment queues. They're tired of all of these things. They want an opportunity for change. And I think the sooner we can give it to the people of South Africa, the better.
All right, thank you very much. That was Mr. Steenhuisen, the leader of the opposition. Griselda, just to give you the last visuals of what is happening around this voting station, I'm going to show you there are various opposition parties that have showed up to register some of these voters at this particular voting station here in Protea South. As I've stated earlier, Griselda, the numbers are a bit low as we speak. About 19 that I had counted with the voting station at the time of speaking to you, and only 3 of those being the youth. We see the DA, the ANC, Al Jamal, and the EFF have set up their stations outside to get voters to register. You still have until 5 p.m. today, as well as the voting stations opening up on Sunday from 8 to 5 p.m. to come to these voting stations across the country. At least over 23,000 across the country will be open to register those voters, as well as the online voter poll. We'll continue to update you as Steenhuisen continues to travel throughout the province to attract voters to come and register ahead of the 2024 polls. Over to you, Griselda.
Well, Canny, thank you very much indeed. Out in Soweto, we're also expecting other leaders of political parties to be out. So this is, of course, the last push to try and get people to register to vote, in particular these political parties and leaders of these political parties who would want to try and sway, voters ahead of the elections to cast their votes in their favor, certainly taking advantage of this voter registration week.